Hello darlings, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I am the owner of Goddess Interiors and 4C Beauty, and this channel is all about interior design, entrepreneurship, business building, and today we're going to talk about ways to brighten up your space. One of the reasons why I really love interior design is because the way whatever room you spend the most time in really affects your psyche, and that goes for lighting as well. Think about when you walk into a luxury hotel, the kind of vibe that you feel. Or what if you walk into one of those rooms on that TV show Hoarders, like how you would feel. Definitely changes your home mental. So lighting does play a huge part in that. So just a disclaimer, this video is not about lighting. I can make an entire video about the terminologies of lighting and how it affects you, but this video is about tangible ways that you can brighten up your space without having to you really know all these terminologies. So just by doing these next steps, you'll get a light and bright and airy feel. And so if you see me looking down here, it's because all my notes are down here. So let's get into this video. So tip number one to brighten up your space is to get rid of heavy curtains. Let some vitamin D in. Vitamin D is so beneficial for you. It's so good for you. It has so many benefits, and you just let it in. And this goes for those that don't have really big windows. Especially if you have small windows, you want to let as much of that light in as possible. And if you have big windows, even better. Obviously, I love lighting and I can go on about this all day, so we're going to move on to the second tip of how to brighten your space, which is do not clutter your walls. There's those people who feel like they have to have coverings on every wall. They have to, every space that's empty on the wall, they need to decorate, and absolutely not. You don't have to decorate every wall. Like this back wall here is empty. Something will go up there shortly, but you don't have to cover every wall with something on it. That does clutter the space, especially if you're working with a small space. You want to kind of let it be as free as possible, and trust me, things do add up. Eventually you might want to add sticky notes to your wall. You might want to add different things to your wall eventually. So I would start with a clean surface and then build on that. So tip number 3 on how to brighten your space is to use white or neutral walls. So the sunlight reflects off of the white walls, making the place appear bigger. Now you can achieve a bright and airy space with colored walls, even black walls, but there's a way around it. And what does that go back to? Lighting. The lighting reflects. If you have like a small room with not much lighting, I really wouldn't go for black walls or darker walls. If you have great sunlight, then you can go ahead and do the darker walls, just because it reflects off of it and still makes the space look big. I also probably wouldn't do all 4 walls a dark color. If you really want color, I will just do one accent wall so that you can still have the light reflect the other walls, making it brighter. Here are some examples of darker walls or black walls with really great lighting that was done well, in my opinion. That kind of just makes you see that you can have dark walls, even black walls, and still have a bright and airy space. The 4th tip on how to make your space look brighter is to use LED lighting instead of those yellow overcast lighting. As you can see in this picture here, there's a compare and contrast with the yellow lighting compared to the white lighting. This is very important also. I feel like the basis of light and airy is obviously the lighting. So instead of just buying those really cheap yellow cast lights, make sure that they have a white overcast rather than a yellow overcast. So the 5th tip to making your space look bigger is to use plenty of mirrors. So let's just say we got this lighting correct. So the lighting is great and you have mirrors and different angles of the room. That makes the place look not only bigger but brighter. So the 6th and last tip on how to brighten your space is to use light flooring. So just a disclaimer, you can achieve a bright space without using light flooring. Here's an example of that. I want to show you an example of the opposite before I show you an example of what I mean by using light flooring. In this example, they have very dark flooring, but then they also have great lighting, and then they layered it with a lighter rug. So that is the appropriate way to lighten your room if you have darker floors and you can't really change them out. Now, if you have the opportunity to start from scratch, I would say to start with lighter flooring. that is the tip number one. This light reflects the flooring and it makes the place look bigger and brighter. Now again, if you do have kind of medium to dark gray flooring or oak flooring and you still want to brighten it up some more, I would suggest putting a lighter rug on top. That makes the space look a lot bigger also. So those are my tips on how to brighten your space. I enjoyed the DIY videos, but I also would enjoy sitting down and talking to you guys. If you have any requests on decor videos you want me to talk about, leave them in the comments and I'll check them out. Again, I love you guys for watching and see you soon. Bye.